link for the preliminary.
Thank you so much. You can see that from the beginning of this process, not only today, from the onset, we have built a prosecution that will now point a wrong finger behind a wrong person. We must make sure that the investigation is very thorough, very thorough to the extent that when we say you are the doer of the act, there should be nothing else. What we have done is that we are going to go after people who are suspected to be the committer of any offense to make sure that the evidence is cogent, conclusive, and the evidence must meet all the quality of test of evidence. And so we brought these people to court. We are not pretending about it. Evidence are overwhelming, and those who collected the evidence, those are trained, tested, and well-informed people in the criminal justice system. They have made no mistake, and you will see it from now on. We are going to hold those who bring our sacred house. Now, this is a state house. This is where the decision comes from. This is the board of directors of our government. They make the decision. They do the expenditure. They determine what the president make. They determine what we make as prosecutor. To bring that house, it means we are bringing the government to its knees. So we're not taking their case for granted. That is why the evidence we collected is not ordinary evidence. It meets the test of prima facie. And that is why the judge ruled. You heard the judge ruling. The ruling is well informed, and we are going to follow. In fact, what you are seeing is more. You will see from now on. This was not ordinary something. We had local investigator. They did proper job. We are international investigator. They also help the local investigator. So what we have is not just ordinary something. We are investigating this case to its very best.
Okay, SG, now the court have ruled in your favor. The matter will now be transferred to criminal court aid. What next for the state?
The next thing is to make sure that we draw the indictment, which is almost about to be conclusive, and the indictment will be very conclusive. While you heard that there will be nothing that will be changed. Only other thing that we believe should be into the indictment will be added.
How can you how can you disabuse the public number from this issue about the oversource evidence that having to do with the social media or the video? Because many believe that it is a plenty you have. What can you say about this?
Well, let me tell you something. I'll say something to you. Most of the lawyers believe that we do the law outside of the court. And so that is why it has been very difficult for me to take public stage, for me to appear before the press to talk. Because when we are discussing, we discuss law in court. When you leave the court, you come out to discuss to people that the lawyers are making the public to believe that this evidence that is in court is different from the evidence that they are presenting up. It becomes a different issue. When you have evidence, go to court, argue in court, present the evidence before the court. What you say out is something from your perspective. And that is why most of the lawyers here believe. It's unfortunate that most of the time they don't hold some of the lawyers for contempt of court. Because when the case is ongoing, the case is sub judice. You cannot leave the court to come and discuss the case out and discuss the merit of the case to deceive the public for a reason best known to whoever lawyer that involved in that. We are lawyers that are trained, tested, and we do the right legal process in court, not out.
Now, Mr. SG, the case has been transferred, and during the hearing, defense took an exception. How do you intend bringing others that are connected to the case that are out of the country, because there are more suspects that were named in the matter?
Well, that is within our reach. We can't discuss most of the things over air, because if we did so, maybe some of the people that we are not arrested may run away. But most of the people that were involved, they have been got. They are almost all of them are gotten. But what I want to say further is, you heard the evidence, you listened to the evidence. Instead of people raising money to build school, raising money to deal with the issue of the instead of raising money for all to deal with the issue of our children that are challenged, physically challenged, who are not in school, who are being drug users, people are raising money and grouping people to come and burn the sacred house. That is very disappointing to us. All of all, and everywhere many persons should know by now the impunity, the culture of impunity are subject matter that should be behind us. And if they don't believe that, from now on, they will see what will be the process in Liberia.
Tell before we take leave for you for the account, you strongly believe that you have a strong and prima facie evidence to go to the grand jury to obtain a true bail.
Beside me, as prosecutor, even the defendant, some of whom are lawyers, believe that the case the prosecution have is something that it cannot be overcome. It can be overcome.
So which term of court do you expect?
Where we are going to proceed with immediate effect, we believe that within the next term of court, this case will be dealt with, and it will be dealt with properly.
Meaning the Augustine?
Yes, Augustine.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. So, how do we meet?